Yo, yo. Can you hear me? What's good? Lights, please. Thank you. Hey, yo, my son discovered my neck tattoo. It was pretty funny to watch him go, Dad, is that a house on your neck? I was like, nope, lighthouse, kid. That was fun. What's going on, beautiful people? It's hot in Las Vegas. Unbelievably hot for December. But we got things to get into. We have a great show today. So as I burp into the microphone as usual, what's going on? Welcome back. If you're on YouTube watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you know when we're live. If you're watching the clips on TikTok, shout out to you, TikTok. Y'all are so dope on TikTok. This one's for y'all, man. This one's for y'all. Today's episode is called Dear White People. We'll get into it when we start the show. Again, if this is your first time watching, thank you for being here. For those that are here, y'all know where the water's at. Don't ask again. The kitchen's that way. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, tell somebody about it, things of that nature, all the cool YouTube things I'm supposed to say. Let's get into today's show. Should be fun. Should. Thank you. I got to come up with something to say thank you without saying thank you. So, like, thank you. I hear you. Oh, yeah, we can't see the chat. We can see the chat. Okay, never mind. Ha 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 ha. It was un yoket. Okay. Let's get into today's show. Remember, if this is your first time watching, we're recording the show live, so you get a live version of the podcast version. Does that make sense? Great. Just welcome. Just know if you hear me saying some things, it's for the recorded audience and not for y'all, because you can't hear music here on YouTube, unfortunately. But we're getting around that. We're definitely getting around that. Let's get this popping, and let's get into today's show. I never agreed with Latinx. It was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. I stood on it. I said I'll never, ever call myself that, refer to anyone in my family or my people that, and that's that. We're not playing that game. Dear white people, no thank you. Remember, if you can't hear the music, that's because you're watching. Head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, actually, which is where people hear a lot of podcasts, and go check out the Kasabian Lavoe Show there. Remember, also check out Riding with Kasabian on the weekends. It's a great little playlist radio show that we do over there at Spotify. It's exclusive to Spotify, so check that out. I wish I could play the music because it's rocking. I'm going to learn how to guitar. Watch. Yeah, I said I'm going to learn how to guitar. I wonder if people hate it when I rock around because I can't help myself. Woo. Whoa. Hi. I think I should do... hold on. It's Kasabian Lavoe Wine. What's going on, beautiful people? What's going on, beautiful people? My name's Kasabian Lavoe, and welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. I'll be your host, Kasabian, with talent on loan from God. Yeah, I knew I would get that intro, and I say my name 70 million times. It's Kasabian, not Kasabian, Xavier, none of that. Put some respect on my name. It's Kasabian Lavoe. Lavoe means the voice. Lavoe, the voice of the people. My name is Kasabian Lavoe, the voice of the people, and I'm in people's pockets around the world. Welcome to the show, and welcome back. And like I said, if you've been here already, you know what a fridge is. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get into all these topics. We'll be talking about these violinists. Please be careful when you're out and about. There's a lot of things going on in the cities, big cities with I guess, affluent people. And people getting taken advantage of by, I guess, starving musicians. Let's talk about Lil Wayne. Hey, yo, Tommy Fury. I really want to know what happened with Tommy Fury. We'll talk about Tommy Fury. Latinx is out of here. We're done. Fine. Yo, thank God somebody said it. I spoke about it twice and didn't want to give it no traction, but we're finally getting it out of here. Let's talk about the man that won the lottery twice. Akademiks Appreciation Day. Today, I'm giving Ak his flowers. I'm so proud of Akademiks, and I'm here to tell him that myself. And what is block? We'll talk about that. Also, if there's a chicken shortage, I swear to God, I'm moving out of the country. And I'm going to find wherever chicken is because I eat chicken often, and I cannot play by this. Yo, TikTok has these weird little videos, and so does YouTube, where, or they're not weird either, but to me they're odd. They set up adults that are trying to meet up with young people that they're not supposed to be meeting up with, and they catch them. And that happened today to the VP of Sony, or PlayStation, excuse me, allegedly. I have to say allegedly because that's what they said in their report. We'll get into that. Is Mr. Beast wrong for copying the Squid Games idea and making it into his own little video and like getting more views than the creator did? I mean, this just goes back to what YouTube was doing to musicians years ago. What else? What else? That Chanel advent calendar, it's trash, but we'll get into it. We will definitely get into it. So I'm hooked on TikTok. TikTok definitely has my attention. I am very invested in TikTok. I am now considering looking for a team to help with the TikTok. If not, we're going to figure it out the way we got it. And we're definitely going to start leaning off of Facebook and IG and start just focusing over there. There's definitely more engagement. It's a forward-thinking app. If you look at how smooth it is and how easy it is to operate, I'm having a lot more fun communicating with my audience over there, and especially in short form. If there can be a version where we could do a long form and we could just meet over here and do the long form, then bet. But I'm enjoying TikTok. So TikTok has just random videos, just the same as YouTube. I'm not gonna shit on YouTube. I'm just saying though, their videos they're more catchy. And there was a man that was painting with snow, window snow. It's Christmas time, so everybody's gonna have window snow. But to watch an artist like do art, it wasn't just some simple like, oh, here's a tree. No, like he was out there like with a brush, he had a card, and he would do like shadows and he layer the snow, and he'd do portraits. He did one with like a train coming through, and I'm talking about beautiful artwork. That has to be the definition of living in the moment. It's made of snow. It's going to disappear. You can't save it. It's going to get dirty and dingy. It's going to get fucked with. But it's so beautiful that you have to appreciate it. Like, it was just something nice to look at like 3 a.m. while I'm doing research for the show and I'm reading. I just came across it and I was like, it's shit like this that you should see more on other social media platforms just to loosen up a little bit from all the nasty. Like, bro, I saw today like 18 times that Lil Wayne pulled a gun out on his bodyguard. So what? Like, all y'all reporting the same thing. Why am I seeing it? I'm kind of getting over that. $46 million lawsuit to CNN and the host of The View. No, that's a lie. He's not suing The View. Kyle Rittenhouse is not suing The View. Sorry, they said that wasn't true because Joy Bear, she's supposed to be getting sued and she's not getting sued. I should sue her for her name being so fucking hard to say. Joy Bear. Let me get back to the show. Threw me off. Anyway, that little breakup in the monotony of social media was very, very enjoyable, and I didn't catch his name, but if I find it and I can repost it, I will. Thank you, snow painting guy. You're very dope. Let's get into Wayne with his bodyguard, which it was just announced. That's breaking news. This is breaking news. Are you breaking news on the show live? I don't want to say it if I gotta know. Give me a source. I need one. Is it CNN? That's the source. Sorry, y'all. We're getting breaking news. Kyle Rittenhouse is suing for $460 million. CNN and hosts of The View. Give me an outlet. CNN and Fox. All right. You heard it. We got reporters on the field. Breaking news. Kyle Rittenhouse is suing CNN and hosts of The View for $460 million, and that's just them. Now, if y'all remember the little boy with the drum in front of the old Indian man that was getting yelled at by the Indian man, he sued a lot of those companies as well. New York Times, The Post, this, that, and the third for hundreds of millions of dollars, and won because of defamation. The funny thing is Kyle Rittenhouse was actually talked about by the president, in which I have said before, the president shouldn't speak on day-to-day problems, but the president, if it wasn't our money that he was giving up, he should be sued too for defamation of character. He should keep his mouth shut. There's certain things the president shouldn't be speaking on. And I'm not one to oppose the president having an opinion on anything. The problem is when you have an opinion and it's inflammatory. I've used the word inflammatory because every time the president speaks, it's always to spark something else. If Kyle Rittenhouse is really doing this, good on him. I think it's going to start holding more journalists accountable, and maybe be more wary about how you speak on people when you have no. You're just making shit up. You keep calling him a white supremacist. He killed white people. It's so strange. So Lil Wayne today allegedly got into an altercation. This has been all over the internet. The police were called. He pulled a weapon on one of his bodyguards and told him to get out. When he told the bodyguard to get out, the bodyguard went to use the bathroom first instead of leaving. Well, that was strikes 2 and 3, boy. You got to get the fuck out. Like, my boy, what we doing? You gonna use the bathroom after I kick you out? No, you get the fuck out. So Wayne was in his house. He was protecting himself, and that's not his bodyguard. That's just hired security. I guarantee you Wayne's hired security, like in-house security, don't fuck around like that. So these are obviously some dudes that he's using on some rental shit. To be honest, I don't think people should be involved in rich people problems. This is rich people problems. The reason why everybody's talking about this shit today anyway is because it's all over the place. Tommy Fury has backed out of the fight with Jake Paul. What a shame. Probably the only person that's a legitimate boxer that doesn't have a big enough record to like scare off fighting him. I don't know. Jake Paul wants to fight a boxer, but he's not going to fight a boxer with like a record, and it wouldn't even be. This is a business. He has to keep winning. When he loses, the business is over. Like, the money's out the window. So whoever he fights, he's going to have to fight somebody that's going to keep on making them money. You see what I'm saying? So he has to win. He has to win. Logan Paul is the most winningest lost fighter. He has no wins. He's lost every single fight he's had, but he's made millions and millions of dollars off of fighting. So the sport of boxing is gone, son. Like, that loser has lost. And I love Logan, but no, he's the most losingest winner ever. Jake will go on to fight Tyrone. I got really bad reflux, y'all. Jake will be fighting Tyrone Woodley for the rematch. Tyrone has since gotten the stupid tattoo that was supposed to guarantee him a rematch, in which it didn't. So now seeing them fight, it's kind of dope that they're going to get back in the ring. I would like to see some real fighting. It'd be nice. We saw some fights this weekend as well. You know, Gervonta Davis is an impressive fighter. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he had an off night. The other guy was just a little more ready for him. I think the other guy, I didn't know who he was. I wasn't even paying attention. I caught the fight, and I saw Gervonta do that scoot that he did on his hands, and I thought that was really impressive. He's very powerful. Waste of energy. He should have took the fall and just got up. He was obviously tripped. The guy was he fought dirty. He was good. He knew how to work the inside. He was throwing a lot of hits. He was really fucking up. Tank, but Tank took the win, and Tank took it home. Good for him. There was another fight yesterday as well. It was weird. So Sunday, Floyd keeps on having fights on Sundays. I don't know why the Mayweather promotions or Money Mayweather team, whatever the fuck, they keep doing Sunday fights. It's interesting, I guess. It works. It's making them money. It was a good fight. Tank isn't going to lose no time soon. The kid's on fire. He has it in his eyes. You can see it. Yeah, the judges were leaning towards him. I'm going to keep it a whole buck. It wasn't one of those, like, clear victories. It looked kind of bad at times, and I saw a lot of Spanish people mad, but I ain't going to lie. Yeah, you're going to get this, and you got to get over it. Sorry. I don't even know what to tell you. It's his game. Y'all sitting there playing in his playground. You know, Floyd took it to Houston. He's out there because of his grandchild. Floyd's a genius, yo. And they got into it with De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia. I like Ryan Garcia. I would like to see him heal. I saw him here about 2 weeks ago. He's walking around with a cast here in Las Vegas. I would like to see him heal properly so that he can come out and fight. And then volume of fights need to go up. Like, this guy needs to fight 3 fights a year for a while. He's not the champion everybody says he is. I don't give a shit. He hasn't really done anything. He's not that impressive to me. The last guy that knocked him on his ass damn near ruined it for him. Just keeping that a whole buck. Across the country, we're having scamming violinists. So if you haven't been out, in which my wife has with her friends, they go shopping and then you hear somebody playing a violin, but they're not. It might be a boombox playing a violin, and they're just standing there just wagging their hand, asking people for money, getting their Cash App, and scamming them. If you see these people, walk away. Don't go talk to this guy. He's not even playing the violin. Why are you speaking to him? Go home. Get your shit and go home. Mind your business, y'all. 99% of problems get solved when you mind your business. The scamming violinist shouldn't even know your name or even know Nothing. Leave the weirdo alone. The chat is going crazy. Who's Mayweather supposed to fight? Floyd ain't fighting no more. I think Floyd probably fights. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If Floyd does come back and fight, Floyd Mayweather fights Manny Pacquiao, or bullshit, Floyd Mayweather fights Oscar De La Hoya. If Floyd Mayweather fights Oscar De La Hoya, that's a $100 million fight. It's a $100 million fight. It's gonna be the craziest fight ever. It has to be exhibition style. Then we got to see Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson got to fight somebody and knock their head off. Who's not forcing who? I'm confused. We're just gonna we'll talk. What other topics? Okay, everybody, stay away from the violinist. Stay away from anybody unless it's Santa Claus in front of the store or the St. Jude people. Don't go ding donging and fucking with nobody in the parking lot. There was this one guy that had these really nice oranges one time, and I gave him some money for the oranges, and I took them home. They were good oranges. And then the following week, I came back and he was doing taxes in the same parking lot. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, the Logan Paul fight. Let him fight. The thing, everybody wants Logan Paul's head knocked off. So those guys are targets. Those guys, they talk a lot of shit. Oh, the violinists aren't forcing you to give them cash. No. That's why I say mind your business. I'm just saying this is happening across the country. Be careful. Sorry, I'm speaking to the chat. Enough. What else is going on? What else is going on? All right, let's get into these stories. It is a scam because what they're not even playing a fucking violin. It's a scam. Get over it. Yo, I'm not going to argue with you. All right. So today's episode is titled Dear White People. I've taken offense to Latinx. Right when it happened, I found it completely offensive. If you don't know the Spanish language, we actually put sex in our language. We use it to describe things. We are very descriptive. We basically speak in adjectives, damn it. If you watch The Office, I'm an avid Office watcher, so I always go to The Office when I can tell a story, right? When Michael's trying to learn Spanish, he's like, eso lo que dice él, and he's like, no, it's ella. Ella, and he couldn't get like el teléfono, or he said la teléfono, and then Oscar was like, no, it's el teléfono, and he's like, oh, okay. Like, he didn't understand that we're just descriptive people. So when white people came up with Latinx to come up with some bullshit that makes no sense about nothing, they forced it on us, and then stars, musicians, ignorant ball players, and dumb motherfuckers that have way too much time on their hands walked around saying, yeah, we're here for Latinx. No, thank you. Fuck off. Use your brain and stop being, you're just lambs. You listen to anything they tell you. When the fuck did Spanish people have anything to do with your woke movement? We don't give a shit. There's more Spanish people in the world than anybody else. Look around. We are the most buying. We are the most living. We are the most everything. We're everywhere. Spanish language is bigger than English language. There's more Spanish-speaking people in the world than English-speaking people. We don't need your weird-ass woke ways because some fucking white dude has some kind of fucking gripe that he thinks his grandfather was a slave owner and he wants to fucking make it up to all his Latin friends by calling them Latino X or whatever dumb shit they come up with. Chill, bro. This ain't no Lati-cha bullshit conversational thing. What you're doing is disrespecting our language. You see, although I don't agree with a lot of things that happen in China, one thing that China does is that they hold their language very sacred. And I think us as Spanish people do too. Spanish, Hispanic, and what have you. Believe it or not, we don't care about your woke shit. Like, sorry. We just don't. We come, we work, we keep our heads down. We're probably the most discriminated race in the world. I know that in this country, we only hear one side of one story. And although I'm on here to tell you that I speak for the poor people, the Spanish people are still being slaved around. This is happening today. My people still get treated like shit because they don't speak English. The story comes from Newsweek. And I'm just going to say this one time and one time. It doesn't need to be said more than one time. Dear white people, mind your business. This isn't for you. We don't want no parts of this. Don't nobody listen to Demi Lovato. Don't nobody give a shit what J-Lo thinks. These people are so far removed. They don't care, bro. Our people just want to work, keep their head down, and not deal with the fucking police, man. They don't want nothing to do with none of the shit y'all think. Trust me. This country will be flooded with Latin people soon enough, and you will see that it'll be very quiet because everybody's just going to work, go home, and not fuck with y'all. We don't like big government. That's why we lean to conservatorship. We like smaller government, and we want free markets. We just want to be able to work, make money, and go home. Stop. Don't put us in your fucking ball of soup shit just to, oh, I have Spanish friends. We don't want to be y'all friends if that's the, I mean, it's just the same shit y'all do with everything, dude. Y'all are, white people love collecting shit. We're not for collection. Sorry. This isn't Made in Manhattan. It isn't. Like, this isn't a game. I don't find that shit funny. It's very disrespectful. I don't want to teach my kids this crazy ass way, nor do I want anyone to continue to even use this shit. The verbiage is bullshit, and only people that use it are people who think they're selling to an audience. You know, it's the problem a lot of us creators deal with, that we have to tend to the algorithm, and we can't just create and let the people pick. That's why I love TikTok. I just put it up. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. If they fuck with it, they fuck with it. I'm giving them information. They're taking it. And then they push. I don't know. Let's get into the story from Newsweek. Only 2% of Hispanic voters refer to themselves as Latinx. 2%. While nearly half of them find the term to be offensive, signaling that efforts from the Democratic Party to reach the ethnic groups with more gender-neutral language may be failing. According to this new poll, a new recent national-wide survey, it was only 800 people. How is it nationwide? It wasn't nationwide. 800 people is not nationwide. Let me do that again. A recent nationwide survey of Hispanic voters found that 68% of those polled called themselves Hispanic, while 21% of them favor Latino or Latina to describe their ethnicity. When it comes to the term Latinx, 40% said they find it bothersome or offensive, and to some degree, or offensive to some degree, while some say, is it 30%? Wow. Okay, hold on. So 30% said that they'll likely less support a politician that uses the word. I find that amazing because I don't think many Latins even vote Democrat, like at all. I don't see that as a thing. I think it's just cap for TV. The survey was conducted with a sample of 800 Hispanic voters in late November. That's how I know that they didn't go nationwide, because I know 800 Latinos right now on the north side of Vegas. The survey was sorry, y'all. The survey was conducted using a sample of 800 Hispanic voters in late November from Ben Dixie and Amandi International, a Democratic firm that specializes in Latino outreach. The margin of sample error is a plus or minus 3.46% points. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. 3 points is nothing. We don't want that word. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. We don't care. You're weird ass fucking white apologists that have nothing to do. Like, your family wasn't even a slave owner family. Shut up. You're poor whites. You're just like us too. Like, stop it. I'm not here to discriminate on the poor people. I'm here to discriminate on the dumb people that keep on fucking causing problems. This shit is divisive. Don't tell us how to live. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry, y'all. I get passionate about this shit because, okay, there's one plight in this country that everybody speaks about, but when it comes to Spanish people, motherfuckers make fun of us all the time. Hola, dica. Hey, yo, fuck, we don't like that. Quit playing. There's nobody like me out here. Don't forget that. Lavoe, the voice of the people. Lavoe, the voice. Lavoe. I'm not going nowhere, and I don't find none of this shit okay. And I will make sure that I'll stand up for my people and let y'all know that's bullshit. I'm not running for governor anymore either, so don't ask me. And I'm really pissed off about this chicken shortage. Now, have you ever bought something, forgot, and then bought it again? I do it all the time. My memory's so shit. This story comes from Fox News. Most people only ever dream of winning the lottery once, and one North Carolina man, however, accidentally won twice in one day. Twice in one day. This is so dope. Scott Thomas forgot that he already bought the lottery ticket for the Lucky of Life drawing and accidentally purchased the second ticket with the same numbers. When the numbers came up, he ended up winning $25,000 a year twice. In the press release, the North Carolina Educational Lottery, Thompson explained, I was just laying in bed watching a basketball game on TV and I couldn't remember if I filled one out or not. I went ahead and filled it out again. The next morning, my son asked why there were two different amounts listed, and I realized I think I filled it out twice. I've done some shit like this. This guy is my spirit animal today. This guy is awesome. With both tickets, Thomas has several options for his winnings. He can claim, hold on. With lottery tickets, get all your money up front. You might die leaving that place. Don't play this game where you take lump sums. They're going to tax you to death. Get your money, live life. He could claim a yearly prize for both tickets of $50,000 for the rest of his life, or he could take a lump sum of $390,000 per ticket. Take the lump sum and break out. Now, Akademiks was on $1 million worth of game. I was really proud of Akademiks, like extremely proud. I've always liked Akademiks, but he pisses me off because he does fuck shit. But Ak is finally becoming the man that, and I mean this in all due respect, he's becoming the man that hip hop needs, and he's a reasonable voice. It's amazing to watch Akademiks and see him grow. He cares about the music. He's not a rapper. He legitimately cares. He tells his stories. He's so passionate about it. He's literally taken from all the greats. You can see the star in him. Excuse me, star as in Star from Star and Buck Wild, Star from the Star Report. You can see that he has the Funk Flex in him. You can see the Joe Budden in him. You can even see the Charlemagne the God in him. He's so diverse in all the aspects. I think it was just good to watch, and he stood on his shit. I'm a man. I'm not no gangster, but I'm a man. Don't fuck with my man. You know, I'm a man. That's his gangster. I give him props. Shout out to Akademiks. That dude he's definitely something. I said the same thing, Gilbert. Take one ticket and then take the payments, but still they're gonna tax you. Take all the money. Just pay one tax. Get the fuck out of there. You could die tomorrow, and then what? Your family's got to fight for the money. Wallow brought up a point that I think I tried to make the other day, and I didn't, but if I did or didn't, let me talk about it again. Where we come from in the ghetto, being smart's a bad thing. Like, you get made fun of for thinking different and trying different things. There's a reason why I'm where I am and other people don't make it out of there. They have a negative view on things and they don't understand the nuances of the world because we're so subjected to nothingness. Like, we literally have to use our imaginations to live because we're put in a position where we don't know what fine dining is or designer things are. So when you hear about somebody from the ghetto that doesn't know what charcuterie is, that doesn't understand that you're supposed to pay gratuity when you go somewhere, yeah, this shit might be funny online, but it's real. And then when you're the one that's trying to teach people from where you're from that there's a different place in the world, like, bro, it's okay to eat nuggets, but you can go get this steak filleted. You know what I'm saying? There's different type of chicken. You'll go try some duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's and I just go to food because I feel like the first thing that we did when we had money was go to fine restaurants. I was like, yo, we need to eat everywhere. And I think that's pretty much the goal of having money is bills taken care of and then being able to go out and do stuff and not have to think about what it costs. Just doing your whatever you want to do. So when Wallow said that it's hard being smart in the ghetto or whatever his reference was, I agree 1,000%. And I want people to know that don't feel different because people around you don't understand your dreams. It's okay to be smart. There's nothing wrong with being smart. Go get a job. Don't listen to these bummy motherfuckers that's sitting around at home not doing shit. That is so strange to me that they would rather sit there and tell you, hey, the Freddie Gibbs beef alone was amazing to me. The idea that Akademiks can sit there and tell us that Freddie Gibbs' father's a cop, his mom's an attorney, his other brother's a fucking doctor, and Freddie Gibbs is on stage last week over here in Vegas talking about fuck Akademiks. Bro, your whole family's the police. It's shit like that, y'all. Shit like that. So we spoke on Jack Dorsey stepping down from Twitter, and, you know, Jack's a smart guy. I think he knows that the whole social media thing is over. Social media is going to become a public utility. I'm going to tell you now, it seems like that's what's happening, and Gilbert, yeah, hold on. You right. Some Wagyu steaks. You know what I'm talking about, Gilly? Some sushi. I'm talking about, hey, guess what? They make fine dining grilled cheese sandwiches, y'all. You can go out there and find this shit. It's just super good. Yo, it's out there, y'all. It's out there. I'll be watching Abner from 60 Days, my boy Abner from 60 Days, and he be on TikTok talking about, hey, man, y'all can eat outside. Y'all don't got to eat like that no more. I appreciate him. I definitely appreciate him. Jack Dorsey steps down from Twitter and seems to just completely get the fuck away from it. Now, we have also seen the Facebook transition, trying to change their name so they can brand better. I agree with the move. I'm not mad at the move. I think that's a great idea. You know, your corporation should be different in your product. It shouldn't be the same thing. Like, there's no such thing as a social media company. Like, it's a marketing company. It's a broadcasting company. It's whatever the hell they do to steal our information over there at Facebook or whatever they do. They leak it. So the story comes from Wired. Jack Dorsey's no fan of Mark Zuckerberg. He once told Rolling Stones that at a dinner, Ches Zuck, the Facebook CEO, served him a goat he had killed, and the meat was cold. More recently, he made fun of Zuckerberg's metaverse ambition. Nonetheless, however, unintentionally today, the CEO of Square finds himself making a similar move to the social media mogul who changed Facebook's name 5 weeks ago to Meta. Square is now Block. Got it? Block. Just as Meta renamed itself from Facebook and Facebook remains the flagship, Block will continue using Square for its seller business, which includes payment systems and banking products for merchants. The new name will take effect today. The 12th anniversary of Square launch, that was actually a week ago, I'm sorry. The 12th anniversary of Square launch reflects the broad scope of the company's business, which now includes the personal payment service Cash App, the music service Tidal, and the nascent crypto-based open development platform it calls TBD 545666975, or short TBD. In a statement announced the switch, Block marvels about the conscientious contain what? Okay, hold on. I'm not playing with this dude. This is their sell on what Block is going to be. It's basically driven behind the blockchain. I'm a firm believer of the blockchain. I think the blockchain is a very unique way to hold people accountable. And I've already said it. All of our identities are stolen. The only thing we have left is our face, if that. I mean, whatever we can get that we can actually secure with biometrics that it's for ourselves, cool. Besides that, it's out the window, y'all. So the fact that blockchain is moving in and trying to change music, money in different fashions, they're using blockchain for a lot of things. The OMI situation with streaming, imagine selling an NFT for like a pay-per-view pass where you can't hack it. If somebody knew that you were streaming something that was NFT, the blockchain would just get rid of it. It's scary to think that we're going to use like one system to control everything, but it's actually more accountable. If the government put up that 1.3 trillion in the blockchain and we watched every penny that they spent, we would be able to track it and make sure and hold them accountable for every single thing they do and make sure they don't overpay themselves. That's what's happening. They overpay themselves. They cut these giant fucking deals, $1 trillion, and I bet you they're going to put all that shit in their pocket. So here's a new moniker: building blocks, neighborhood blocks, and their local businesses. Communities coming together at their block parties full of music, a blockchain, a section of code, an obstacle to overcome. Buried in the middle of that list is one that most likely has driven all the change: blockchain. Square and particularly Dorsey have embraced the crypto revolution, almost to the point by having a sticker on that says Bitcoin inside. By the way, the company Square's crypto division will now be called Spiral. That's cool. There's no crazy moniker for Spiral, but that's what Square will be. I mean, I guess you can now buy and trade crypto, and then they are actually giving you the ability now to use crypto in different forms as far as NFTs and things of that nature, and sell NFTs and things of that nature. Look into it. Check it out. It's huge. Jay-Z's involved, so I got to take a look at this. Jack Dorsey does have a giant brain that I have to watch because the dude's smart as shit and he changed the world, so I have to pay attention to what he does. Do you like chicken? Me too. I'm fucking scared. I don't play these games. There's a shortage. There's a real shortage. During COVID, besides everything closing, they had to off and euthanize a lot of the farm animals. Yeah, I mean, it was pigs, cows, chickens, their eggs, the milk, cheese. They got rid of tons and tons and tons of milk and bodies on top of bodies that they had to get rid of due to not being able to even get things out to people. It was just, you put a literal kink in the chain, and now we're trying to catch up. It's damn near virtually impossible because you would need another slowdown on the opposite side. People don't stop buying. And when you overbuy, you fuck this up too. So for those that think that when you stock your shit up because you're preparing for the winter, no, you're hurting everybody else. It's not a good thing. From USA Today, chicken tenders may be the next casualty of the supply chain. Generated shortages according to the report by NBC's News. Chicken tenders, this is crazy. Chicken tenders require more processing and packaging to sell, which makes them harder to find and more costly, the report says. So it's not chicken. It's the process of chopping them shits up and putting them into a container. Cut your own chicken. Enough with the lazy shit. The price of breast tenders have gone up to $3.54 a pound this week from $3.44 a pound the same time last year. That's really not bad. This report comes from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. It was released December 3rd last week that the price had went up to $3.98 a pound. Ugh. Don't waste chicken. Stop fucking around with those weird videos on TikTok where y'all just put like a little thing of salt and you tell me the chicken's seasoned. Cut it out. Don't fucking waste chicken making weird sandwiches where you stuff it with shit and then just sprinkle little oh, here's some sprinkles on my chicken, and there's no flavor. I saw a dude make a whole turkey. The shit came out pitch fucking white, like it was in there for like 9 hours, and he goes, oh, it's so flavorful. I was like, with what? He literally put air on that shit. I never in my life. Okay, there's a show right now that we watch on Discovery Plus that they track pedos. I don't even know how to word this. They track adults that are trying to engage in relationship with children. And the show is weird, but it works. It's a 34-year-old woman who pretends to be a 16-year-old little girl or 15-year-old girl, and she traps guys. Stop it. TikTok and Facebook, YouTube. I got gas. YouTube and Facebook both have these journalists, one would say, that will track people down and film them and confront them. During the summer, EDP was one of the biggest YouTubers out there. Some YouTuber, he was big, pause. And he was caught up in some shit, and he was supposed to be getting cupcakes, and he has disappeared since. Now, it seems like this has happened, allegedly, to a top Sony exec. The story comes from the New York Post. I saw the video, but I didn't want to tell it because I didn't know how to properly say it without going, getting in trouble for this bullshit. But, oh, you love chicken. I read that wrong. I'm going to apologize because I read that wrong. The New York Post, a top Sony executive, has been fired after he was allegedly caught in an amateur pea sting operation posted on YouTube. I saw it on TikTok. George Cappuccino, the senior vice president from the team behind PlayStation, allegedly tried to arrange a meeting with a 15-year-old boy. According to the video posted by the YouTube channel People vs. Perds, Cappuccino had been at PlayStation for more than 8 years, according to his LinkedIn profile, and has most recently served as the senior vice president of engineering. That's crazy. We're aware of the situation, and the employee in question has been terminated. Good job, Sony. Sony said Sunday in a statement to CNET, Cappuccino did not return the Post's request for comment. People vs. Perds, an amateur sting operation meant to catch sexual predators who meet victims online, identified Cappuccino as a 64-year-old who was allegedly trying to arrange a meeting with a 15-year-old boy at 4:30 a.m. It's fucking gross. It's just gross. It's gross. YouTube used to fuck up music, and everybody had videos where they were copying musicians. They would cover their songs, and they would get more views than the musicians themselves. It caused a lot of issues. The internet and music, the internet and streaming has always been so touchy. There's a lot of people that became famous off of copying other people's shit and putting like a little spin to it, but YouTube never addressed it, and nobody really did. Like, there's a bunch of people that got fucking tons of bread from copying Bruno Mars and mad people. Hold on, y'all. I'm like having an asthma attack. My asthma has been so fucking bad. It's been ridiculous. With the it was like 2008, 2009. Anytime that Bruno Mars put something out, maybe later, it might be 11, 12. But anytime Bruno Mars put something out, anytime there was any new song, all these like YouTubers would get together and do videos and get crazy bread off of it, and they would get paid from ad revenue, but the artists weren't getting paid. Copyright wasn't kicking in, and nobody was even doing anything to like compensate. Like, you're using my shit. They would even take the beats and just flip them. Mixtape shit that rappers did, but you're not even rappers. Y'all just content creators, and you're not even creating content. You're just stealing shit and then trying to change it. I don't find none of that shit cool. It fucked up, parts of my career and a lot of people that I know. Give me a second, y'all. I'm telling you, lifesaver. Anyway, excuse me. Back to what I was saying. The music industry took a serious hit because of this YouTube stuff, and now there's copyright. But now we have an even more interesting situation with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast recreated Squid Games. I mean, it was huge. If you didn't watch it or hear about it, he took over YouTube basically, spent mad money, recreated the whole thing, and it has over 10 million views. More than Squid Games did on Netflix. Stories from Vice. My one question to you is, when is it creating and when is it stealing? And then, the saying goes, good artists steal, good artists create, great artists steal, or some shit. If that's the case, do we stand by it? Are we really mad at Mr. Beast? Do we hold YouTube accountable for allowing Mr. Beast to blatantly copy Squid Games? Stories from Vice. YouTuber Mr. Beast takes on Netflix series Squid Games with real people that competed for $456,000. Wow. The dude puts up a lot of bread. By the way, he spent over $1 million, I think, just setting it up, right? Yeah, it went crazy. Is a hit with viewers, racking up over 100 million views. I thought it was 10 million. My bad, 100 million views since it was premiered last week. It was very well produced. What is that? Facey Smiley of the show. I don't even know what that means. But it's also bizarre to watch Mr. Beast, the former YouTube executive celebrity. What? Exclusive celebrity? It's wait. Where the fuck did I get this from? Who wrote this? I didn't even read this shit. It's bizarre to watch Mr. Beast and former YouTube executives celebrate its popularity. But did they? That's weird. It brought a lot of traction to YouTube, but I don't think that they made that big of a deal. I'll just keep going. Famously, Squid Games took over 10 years to actually be produced. The Squid Game writer and director Wong Dong, I'm so sorry, I know I'm saying your name wrong and your last name is the same as my friend's, told the Korean Times that although he wrote the series 12 years ago, its theme became more relevant as time went on. But after about 12 years, the world has changed into a place where such particular surveillance stories are actually welcomed. He said, and the people's commented on how the series is relevant in real life. Sadly, the world has changed. I really don't want to care. I don't care about how Squid Games went down. I just want, how do y'all feel about this dude copying the Squid Games thing? Is it even a big deal? I'm not reading this. I read something else. I thought it was a way better story. I don't care. Mr. Beast, don't copy people's stuff. That's not nice. Go send that dude some money and say you're sorry. This shit goes away real quick. Let me tell you something. Y'all want to copy people? Give them money. Just shut them up. If you copied them and they made you money, give them a check. Trust me, they'll shut the fuck up. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Trust me. Everybody's willing to work for a check. You just saw what they did at Versus. Motherfuckers throwing microphones and shit at each other. Did you order the Chanel Advent calendar? Good, me neither. It's a piece of shit. But that's not me saying that. That's everybody else saying that. Just full disclosure, Chanel actually shows you what's inside of the purchase before you buy it. So it's not like a surprise box. You're supposed to purchase that for someone as a gift. Stories from Complex, because this TikToker blew it the fuck up. She basically got it and she was like, this is the most trash shit I've ever seen for $800. But I'll give you the story so it could be a little more conducive. Not everyone who spent $825 on a Chanel Advent calendar this year were happy with the gifts they got inside. Among the people who documented opening their pricey item was TikTok user, I'm not going to give her name, who revealed some of the goodies inside in a clip that has since gone viral. In her video, she could be seen calling some of the items a joke and opening up small boxes containing smaller items like stickers, in which she called a keychain. Some of the bigger takeaways were a bottle of Chanel No. 5, which runs for over $100, as well as some nail polish. So you got duped, okay? There's a thing that fancy people like to do where they take advantage of dumb people. And because their name is strong, you just go, oh, they know better, so I'm going to allow them to do that. Don't do that. Chanel showed you what was in the damn bag, or the box. That's what was really funny. It wasn't like they hid it from you. They literally said, yeah, we're going to give you some fucking stickers. What you really paid for was the bottle of spray. And everything else was just a bonus. That's it. Like that. I'm sure that bottle is not the big bottle. And I'm sure the nail polish is like a sample polish. So everything else was pretty much giveaway shit. And then so you got a perfume box with some knickknacks and some patty wax. Was the TikToker wrong for saying that it was cheap and shitty? You tell me. I don't care. I'm not going to spend money on this garbage. I wouldn't give Chanel shit. If Chanel wants to bring me an advent calendar for me to open it, I will say that it's the best advent calendar I've ever seen in my life. If they paid me, if I have to pay for it, and I got some fucking stickers, you could kiss my ass. I mean, bro, no, because even if I'm tripping, because it wasn't a $100 box, it was an $800 box. You better not give me no stickers if I spent $800. You crazy? Are you? With that, I'll leave you. Now, I'll ask y'all a couple of questions. I'm trying to change up how we do things because I really want to know your opinion. So, see me on TikTok. We'll be posting up the clips. I think the clips are going to be exclusive to TikTok. We'll talk about it. But my name is Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. One.